Can't begin my day until I've had a Dickens cider.
There's nothing better than waking up to a good old Dickens cider.
My girlfriend loves Dickens ciders. My sister came to stay with us for a month, and my husband couldn't go a day without the Dickens cider.
My girlfriend loves a Dickens cider.
My mum loves a Dickens cider.
My sister loves to wake up in the morning with a Dickens cider.
I'm a bit young, but I would love to try a Dickens cider.
So there you have it. For over 150 years, Frederick von Dickens has developed a beverage that literally brings women to their knees. So fellas, for the sake of the economy, get a Dickens cider.
That's right. For the sake of the economy, get a Dickens cider. That kid still kills me every time.
You know, we're in here with the mayor of Hamilton, and one of his residents is acting a fool. We'll never put on another show and have them ever again. We're done. It's canceled.
Cancel culture.
Welcome, everybody.
What's up, everybody?
Yeah.
It's Goose and Redneck Pimp. We've got the mayor of Hamilton, Mr. Chris Bruce.
Absolutely.
And I said it right this time.
I ain't said it yet. So
Thanks,
don't
guys,
ask me.
for having me. Appreciate it.
Yeah. We also got our good buddy, and we'll see him in a minute. Athen from 1700 somewhere.
Yeah, he can
one
sit
of our
in the
hosts.
green room.
He can sit in the green for a minute. He's getting his Cheech and Chong on.
I was getting ready to say he's probably sitting in the green room while hitting the green room.
Yeah.
So,
he'll be in with us just a second.
it's his national holiday.
Yes, it is.
So
Yeah.
Going to get a few things out of the way before we get to the mayor here. First of all, can the weather make up its mind?
no. I have come to determine, and I actually seen this video earlier. If you ask Google if 2020 was Jumanji and 2021 is something else, it ends up saying that like 2022 is going to be Contra, and then it says a bunch of other different games for like 2023 and 24. So I'm like,
you need to stop reading. Stop reading.
I have to read because you can't, you illiterate bastard.
Mother Nature needs some pills. She's bipolar. That's what she is. She's bipolar. So shout out to her cook, Ross Goldman. Thanks for joining us. My daughter's here. I see. Hi, baby. April Mueller.
April.
Jennifer.
Daryl. What?
Daryl's the first guy again. Look at Daryl.
It's because we started 2 minutes late.
Probably because his wife woke him up and said, "Get your ass up and watch the show." Mickey.
Jennifer
So
from
Mickey.
Blue Phoenix is over there. The Harambe keeper, Chasing Wolf.
Jason Wolf, how you doing, sir?
Hello, Miss Ashley.
There
So
you go.
and I'm sure more people will kick in. Make sure you share the hell out of the
Share
show,
it
by
out.
the way, guys.
Share it out. So
Um,
we got the mayor of Hamilton in with us today in studio, and then Athen will be on here a bit.
Yep.
We got a comedy show coming up in Hamilton, Missouri.
you don't say.
Yeah, this weekend on Saturday.
Oh.
We got a pretty good lineup. We got it's a double show, family friendly at 7, adult at 9.
Yep.
It's at the Hamilton American Legion. It's down by the high school. In case y'all don't remember where it is, down by the high school. Good little place. David Scott, the king of clean comedy, is going to be there. It's a joy to watch him. James Riley is going to be performing. Richard Montano, y'all love Richard, and myself are going to be performing. This guy here is going to be flapping his gums and doing his his gum flapping.
Nope. That'll be Tater.
Well, I need to call him and tell him to show up.
Yep. Chasing Wolf. Let it snow. Let it snow. Let it snow.
So so
Chasing Wolf. If you had any entries in the mystery box, you just lost 10. So.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So come down and join that, guys. Raise the money for PTSD.
Why do I
awareness
feel
and
like I'm
suicide
sitting up
prevention.
really high?
You are for some reason.
I'm in the same chair I've sat in for the past 2 years.
I don't know.
What the hell did my
Or maybe mine's lower.
did my spine finally decompress or something from 8 years in the Marine Corps?
My chair probably said, "Hey, no, I'm done."
Yeah, you sat
kidding
down.
me?
I heard it go.
I sat down in my chair and said, "This is some bullshit." So, I don't know, rude ass chair, but
If you stand on your scale and it says "get off,"
or one at a time, please. You're probably girthy. Yeah.
Oh,
So,
man.
our shenanigans already starting already. So we got that coming up, and then May 8th we're going to be in Gallatin, Missouri again. This time we're going to be at the Theater League over there. What a beautiful place! If you've ever been in there, it's nice.
What date is that?
It's May 8th.
I might actually be at that one.
If you ain't, let me know ahead of time instead of 4 days. And
I told you last week. I told you at the last show.
You prima donna. I have to get Tater. Tater, if you're watching, you're working this weekend. So if you're watching, but so we got May 8th coming up there. So and Gallatin, so Theater League, so don't miss that out. We like I said, we're in house tonight with the mayor.
Yep.
Who won. And so without further ado, we got all the other
Well, he wouldn't be the mayor if he didn't win.
Well, he's
officially.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, see. So
tomorrow,
yeah.
Round 2 of me.
We're gonna want to say welcome back, Mr. Bruce.
Well, thank you guys for having me. Appreciate it.
We're poor, so we don't have another camera to put on.
No, that's all right.
So I was just thinking about it. You swear in tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have right whenever you get done swearing in, the Mortal Kombat round 2 fight.
Yeah. Finish him. Yeah. But I think Mortal Kombat's got a new movie coming out. Speaking of that, I've seen it. Yeah.
Ooh.
It's been 25 years since I've seen that.
Right.
Played that game. So yeah, I've seen that's pretty cool.
Well, they came out with one movie and it was an absolute dud.
Yeah.
I mean, it was junk. But
that's one with Van Damme in it.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that was kind of a cheesy one, but
oh yeah. Cobra, he's chasing Cobra, or whatever it was.
Or was that
Cage?
That was Raul Julia was in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember. Was that one Street Fighter or was that Mortal Kombat? I know Jennifer's going to say something. She'll know.
Yeah.
She's the gamer geek. She knows.
One of our geeks on there can tell us, let us know. So all right.
But yep, get sworn in tomorrow. Anyway, it was his first year of, for me going out and doing all the campaigning and stuff. It was kind of cool. Walked all of Hamilton, handed out all my door flyers, I guess you would be, door hangers, and put signs in yards and shook hands, and it was a pretty good deal. Got to see a lot of people that I haven't seen in a long time, and the turnout of the election turned out pretty good. 165, I believe, was mine. 97 was Mr. Fast, and then there was another one. Mr. Morgan was 27. So good turnout. I encourage everybody to vote. Your small governments and elections and stuff are just as important as your big ones. So it's your guys' voice to get out and vote, and thank everybody that voted me in. So
yeah, it's very important.
Awesome.
I know a lot of people, and myself included, are we don't want to vote no more. We're not confident in our vote.
Mm-hmm.
But surely the little elections,
yeah,
around here where everybody you kind of like.
So there was no hanging chads or
not that I'm.
We're not going to read.
No, I'll find out more tomorrow.
We're not going to read in the paper 2 weeks from now how Carlo helped you win or something.
Yeah, right.
Carlo, Missouri. Yeah, got 5 people in Carlo, but that's good. Did you convert anybody over? Was anybody on the fence until you talked with them and got them to vote for you?
Well, one thing I did notice, there has been a lot of people that have moved into town that are new to town. So it was great just to get out and meet those people and kind of introduce myself. And, it was interesting to see where they're from and why they chose Hamilton. So it was cool. But as far as
as an almost citizen of Hamilton, because I almost moved to Hamilton. Congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate it. But yeah, it was neat. It was definitely fun, and it was, when you get home after work, playing out in the mud all day, and then you put on some different clothes and you're knocking on doors and stuff, and it was kind of the adrenaline. Maybe your first 2 houses, you don't know really what to expect. And the time you get to talking to them, you kind of build up more adrenaline. And by the end of the night, when you get home, you're like, man, I don't really, I don't feel like going to bed quite yet. So it was kind of cool. So thanks everybody again on that. So
good. Got to share this out with Chris, Bruce. I got it right too. Yeah, the mayor of Hamilton. Well, America, congratulations. Now we were talking off camera about and I think Justin brought up about the vacant Missouri towns and little towns like that and websites.
Yeah.
Where I live is kind of behind Nettleton. I'm kind of a Nettleton resident, but have a Hamilton address. I was trying to find history on my house. Now I go to Davies County, they got a little bit of history. I was trying to find any old photos of where I lived back up there because they told me my house was, the guy used to have train tracks run down close to my house.
Oh yeah.
And then they had like a little hut where people got off the train and they used to buggy him all the way up to the house. Mine's the oldest house up there, they say. They used to bug him up there and they'd sleep. You know, I had 2 floors and they'd sleep there and they'd come back down and catch a train. I haven't found anything to verify that, but that's just what the local people are saying.
I'm pretty interested in all the abandoned towns and local history of different towns. Nettleton's kind of a cool one to begin with. I got some friends that live out there. A lot of the Wilsons, live out there. Josh and Amanda. Actually, the house that they live in used to be a filling station or a gas station, and it's their house. I can't picture it anything other than that. But I seen some pictures on the internet the other day of when it was, the train did come through there, and that would have been the place where you stop and get fuel or a sandwich or whatever. And then in the very far background of that, it would be to the south of their front door. You can see the old Nettleton School. And if you're driving down that road, you'll see it says existing site of the historic site of the old Nettleton School, which is just a plaque now. And it's kind of cool. I've got some older brothers, and they always told me about, how they used to get out there to the Nettleton caves. There's cars in the caves, and you go out there, around the quarry and stuff, and go to all that. But I've never got to experience any of that.
There's a low water crossing, and kind of like a creek up behind my house up there. And then the old Lake Fork Church.
That's not a low water crossing by your house.
Yeah,
that's a damn whitewater rapid for a road.
It's a terrible road, but it used to be unpassable. It really used to be all impassable. But anyway, there's a foundation. You can see where the old Lake Fork Church used to be, and now it's on up around the corner. But history like that's pretty cool. Watch some of the history.
Yeah, that Lake Fork Church is kind of cool. Just down the road around that area, there's I always go out there country cruising and checking, turkey, deer, and stuff like that. And the old one-room schoolhouse out there close to that's kind of cool to get some cool pictures of it for fall or when the leaves are changing and stuff. So it's full of history. That's cool. There's
a lot of animals out there. There's mountain lions, bears out there. People don't know, but there's bear out there. I should take you back here now and show you tracks.
Oh, really? Wow.
Wife and I seen him running. I was like, she goes, I seen it too. You're not drunk. Like, okay. And I wouldn't drink it. I want to make sure, because sometimes you think you see stuff.
Yeah.
We've seen the bear and the mountain lion out there and the bobcat. So it's beautiful out there like that. And them old towns just add to the ambiance. The old tracks that run through there are gone. They got a new set of tracks that come a different way.
Yeah.
But the new tracks, and you take your 4-wheeler down there, and I take mine down there, and it goes to a certain guy's house, and you got to go around. And then it deadheads. It don't go no more because a lot of people bought land through there. But it's pretty cool.
It's cool. If you ever look at the old railroad track, from what I was told from my dad, he told me years ago, or at one time, that the tracks itself was the old Indian Trail that went through there. And I tell you what, it's cool just to get out there and just drive around in the country. You don't have, not a worry in the world, but just to see what's out there scenery wise. And honestly, the last thing that I did here within the last 2 or 3 months is I bought myself a mini bike over at Farm and Home over in Gallatin or St. Joe.
There's a joke about mini bikes, and I can't remember who tells it. But he basically says mini bikes are like fat chicks. Yeah, they're fun to ride, but no, don't let anybody catch you.
Mine's bright orange. They can all see mine.
But the big Farm and Home store there in St. Joe. I was going to get one of those for the boys. The wife wouldn't let me.
That's the best $500 you could ever spend. You'll laugh and laugh. And we drove that thing to Nettleton twice, and we put 60 miles on it the first day. That was on a Sunday. Now come Monday and Tuesday, man, I'm not walking too good after that. Your back is all messed up, but it's fun. It's fun to go out around that area there on those and then check it out. So,
and a lot of things that people don't realize, we're gonna get into. Hamilton has some famous people over the years, but one icon, I guess you call from Hamilton, a legend, was James Cash Penny, Mr. Penny. And I do a little research. I like to sit and research these things, and because it's just cool from someone in your area being so popular. But they said he always was told that the first JCPenney store was in Hamilton, which is not true. It was not in Hamilton.
Okay.
First one was in Nebraska. But you get to read about all this, about what he did for the clothing industry, and Sam Walt, he helped the guy who founded Walmart, and helped him out, showed him how to wrap his first package without using all that material. So he remembered that. And Mr. Penny had a lot of endeavors going on, married 3 different times. But something that Wikipedia and other things don't tell about him, you got to look it up, is buried outside of Hamilton is one of his prized bulls. A lot of people don't know he helped the dairy industry quite a bit. The dairy industry was getting stale. The herds wasn't doing very well. He brought in a whole new herd, a whole new bull male, and he bred it, and it was prized. He ended up winning a lot of awards, and it's buried outside at that old brick.
Cool.
Right outside old 36 Tower, buried right there. And a lot of people don't know that about Mr. Penny. Wow. He did a lot for the dairy industry as well. It showed him how to make a little bit of money doing dairy, because it's a losing endeavor, because there's more money in packaging it and shipping it than there is actually making it. Because I live right next to a dairy farm. My neighbors, they tell me this all the time. They make 50 cents a unit. Wow. But it's like $3.50 if you go buy it. So they're not making any money.
My granddad was a dairy farmer for years.
So, but you being the mayor of Hamilton, where he's from, what's that like being there when their festival time?
Actually, it was kind of cool. They moved his boyhood home from out there in between Hamilton and Nettleton. They moved it. The boyhood home part of it, moved it into the town, to the city square, which is actually where the old depot, train depot, went through. They set it uptown there, kind of in the square of town, I guess you would be. And they have festivals and stuff up there now. Of course, Missouri Star Quilt combined with them to get as much traffic in town that they can. They celebrate those two together. With that old house that they have uptown there, I recommend anybody that's passing through, just go in there and kind of check it out to see, what it looked like inside there. And it's got electricity inside. It's got lights in there, no plumbing or anything. So you can't use the restroom or anything, but
that's called an outhouse.
Yeah. There's a bush out back there, but
now just remember, if leaves a 3, leave it be.
But it's kind of cool. They have, within a year or so ago, they had the last J.C. Penney store, the vice president and some of the bigwigs of it come in town there, and they all took paintbrushes and helped redo that house. So,
oh wow,
it was kind of a neat deal, historic deal. But
right. Real quick, I do want to apologize for all the tests popping up in the comments. For some reason on our end, we lost comments for a minute, and now it seems like everything's back. So if you do have a question for the mayor, please feel free to ask.
Obviously, history buff knows his history.
Yeah.
So now, where did they move out there at the Oconoco station? They had a little hut out there. I call it a hut. Had one of his prize cars in it. Where'd they move that to? What happened?
That car was actually owned by Dean Hales, who passed away a couple years ago, and then his wife just passed away here
right
with this last week. I'm not for sure where it's at. As far as I know, one of the daughters have it, but it was J.C. Penney's 1947 Cadillac that he had.
It was a good-looking car.
Now, here's something. If you're going to have a mayor, he better know something about your damn town.
Yeah.
He knows something about the damn town. So
apparently it does. Yeah. What's one of the biggest things right now you're going to try to fix in Hamilton?
Streets.
I knew he was going
finally.
Streets, yeah, because they got that. That was one deal with the being voted in the last election, or not being voted in, but the last election it passed was the fuel use tax. So with that being said, it went on 2 times prior to that and didn't pass. So third time's a charm. We bumped it up from 1 cent to 3 cents. So hopefully we can get these streets done at a reasonable time now. And how that affects, it don't affect any of the people at all that live in town. As far as an increase of tax, it's each of the filling stations there. If someone buys a gallon of gas, 3 cents of that goes towards the street. So their projected cost, to a household, maybe $26 a year, for $26.
There's a lot of people that stop there at those 2 stations right there on 36 all the time. So, I mean, there's the Casey's and then the
highway split.
Whatever the one on the
Conoco.
South side, Conoco, yeah.
And yes, if you get gas at MFA and you don't like dealing with people, lines or anything, it's the same thing.
It's a petrol card, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Petrol card.
Yeah.
So.
Nice. Same thing. When you're done being mayor, you need to go down and work for the state.
Hold on.
And do something about these streets.
Read the comment on the screen.
Someone started painting mail parts on our potholes and forced them to fill them in. Well, I guess
that's down around Springfield.
Yeah, she's a Jennifer. She's one of the hosts on our network. She has a show. She's a gamer, and she lives down in Springfield. And I was going to get to that. Missouri was ranked in the top last for roads.
Oh, yeah.
The top last.
Yeah.
Top last.
And if you, another thing, if you look at the bridges, Missouri's got a lot of bridges and
Oh
stuff.
God.
If
They're doing the one on A route going to my house, and it is such a pain in the ass because it's just like, they literally have shut down. And I feel bad because the farmer who owns that land right there, because we call it Bird Bottom because it's all bird farm down there, his silos and his barns are on one side of the bridge and his house is on the other side of the bridge. So he has to drive around. And then I'm like, God, and it's not too terribly bad if you know the area, and you don't mind doing a little gravel road. But I'll tell you what, if you take that whole detour that they've got set up, God, it adds like 20 miles to the freaking trip because you got to go all the way down to D route off of 6, come up and then go across W to come back around the other side. I'm like,
you think you're in the flood of '93 again?
Everybody had to do that. I remember.
Yeah.
And actually, last week when we were getting all that rain, our little quick detour on the gravel road, I thought we were going to lose it because the water just kept on coming up and up and up. And I was like, okay, here we go.
Guys, we're in studio, joined with the Honorable Mayor of Hamilton, Missouri, Chris Bruce. He's here talking a little history, talking about roads. If you had a chance to be out there with the crews when they're fixing the roads, what piece of advice would you give them? Because a lot of people have ideas on how to fix these roads, and none of them seem to come through. I know, like,
can I answer this question?
Hold on. Some people use diesel fuel. Some states, like Missouri, we still use diesel fuel. There's states around us that don't use diesel fuel no more, and it seems to pack better and last longer. It's coming. What do you think?
Well, a lot of these roads and stuff that they have just been neglected over years of neglect. I mean, I graduated from Hamilton High School and Penny High in 1995, and I remember when the street department used to go out and oil these streets and put chat down and
tar and chip. I hate that crap.
But it lasted. And that's the deal. But today it don't. And a lot of these streets they got now don't have any base underneath of them. So where they need to start, and they're going to have to start with the drainage of it, because the drainage you got water running down the middle of the street.
Well,
and the ditches are dry.
Right. Here's something else. And I know a lot of our listeners can relate. However, some may not. The other aspect of what tears these roads absolutely to shit is farm equipment. And those tires are not made for pavement. I mean, and so, small town rural life, you see a road that's just getting paved, you're going, oh yeah, it's nice and smooth today. Give it 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Well, being in the state of Missouri, we got 2 big rivers that run through the state of Missouri. Moisture is one of the biggest things. Water is it's mean. It tears things up. It just does.
Yeah.
And I know Hamilton, you're right. The drainage is not
terrible.
It's inadequate. It really is.
Yeah.
So is that something you're going to push for?
Oh yeah. I mean, I know Wednesday they're talking about the Gallatin Street paving project that's coming up. But there's been quite a. I mean, which don't get me wrong, that street needs it, but there's some other streets that I think that may need some attention.
There's a lot of streets now. I'm in Hamilton at least once every couple of weeks, and there's a lot of streets that need a lot of attention. Driving that little Jeep I drive for work.
What's the odds of them tearing up 036 and just making it gravel?
Right.
Well, I don't know. That's a county deal.
Well, I know from the Kavanaugh's old junkyard in this way, it used to be rough right there. I mean, I had a cop give me a speeding ticket. I said, "Are you kidding me? I was going through speeding. You couldn't."
They keep driving further and further in the yard there next to it. I noticed it's smoother than the road itself. Well, and sadly, that there's a lot of streets in town that are the same way.
Right.
We got a plan and it's in effect. So hopefully that, we can start putting it together. So if, in 2 years, if I'm not here in 2 years, whoever, that there's a plan in effect and someone knows where to pick up where it's left off. So.
Laying the foundation.
Real quick, Mickey said the Romans are pretty good at building roads. Maybe we should try their methods. Athens came back, and I like Athens' comeback on it. They didn't have 10,000-pound trucks on them.
Yeah.
And then Mickey comes back. We modernize their methods and compensate for extra weight. I don't think there's enough stone in the world to compensate for that extra weight the way they did it. So, I mean, you've got 80,000-pound semi trucks running up and down the roads, and main drag in Hamilton
like
there.
you said, farm
Yeah.
equipment. If you go
Yeah.
out there north of town, they got
Oh, God,
Rosewood
it's-
Village out there, and then the last road or the first road, depending on if you're leaving or coming in,
Yeah.
it is used primarily for farm equipment. Well, prior to anything else, I think that they need to fix those for the people that Rosewood Village, first responders, ambulance.
Right.
Yeah.
If you ever rode in an ambulance or did a transport, I used to at the Veterans Home out here transport people in a Hillcrest in Hamilton, but some of those roads at the time, the poor people just fall right out of their chair. You can't do nothing to them. They vibrate right out.
I've got the new War Wagon out there, and I love those things, the seats in that thing, because they're like lazy boys. But the hell was that?
Oh, flea or something. Tick.
Mosquito.
Skater. But like, and my road up there, E-Route up north of Maysville, is just horrible.
Yeah.
And they never treat it whenever it comes to snow.
Yeah.
They don't. Yeah. MoDOT's like, screw you guys. But I'll be driving down the road, and I may or may not have my seatbelt on, and I'll just start
vibrating out, laying down,
sliding down, and so I'm like, I might have to get some seat covers, just like with that that rubber sticky shit that they use for like the dash mat.
Just flexible.
Just flex seal my seat.
Yeah.
So when's that project supposed to start?
The Gallatin one,
the pavement for Hamilton.
Well, if it goes in, I mean, they still got to vote it in and everything, but it's supposed to start this year.
Okay.
Right now, they got a water line project that they're completing. So
nice.
After the, they got the Little Otter Lake out here.
Yeah, hit on that a little bit, will you?
Little Otter Lake is going to be.
Say that 10 times fast.
That 10 times fast.
There you go.
The Little Otter Lake is going to be a lake and reservoir for the entire county. Hamilton's always had an issue with water, a couple of years ago with the drought and everything.
Oh, Cameron was affected.
Cameron was the same way. Yeah, Cameron was going to get their water from Pony Express.
Yeah,
and
they did.
They laid all the pipe down and then ended up signing a deal and getting it from St. Joe. So, which is better from the river. I mean,
yeah, but on the same note, it's like how much money got paid for all of that piping to be wasted.
Well, they picked it back up.
Yeah,
they laid it down and picked it back up.
Yeah.
But that's big government work for you there.
Yeah.
So Little Otter Lake out there, it's going to be it's going to supply water for
We're
Kingston.
going to be able to fish it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
good.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah, we went out there for a groundbreaking ceremony a few days, I guess it was a couple weeks before the election. So we went out there for the groundbreaking, and it was a cool deal. They had the governor out there. I got to meet the governor, Parsons, and it was cool. So
I'm about to get show mom riled up.
Yeah.
She said, "Don't get me started on Cameron crap." Oh, trust me, we've got plenty of stories.
So where's where they decide they're going to build that at? What's the location?
If you're going out there, the grain bins going towards Nettleton out there, the MFA.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're going to be out there just a little bit south of that, west of that would be where.
Oh, well, he wasn't far from my house.
No.
Yeah, the governor should have came up with some tea.
You had some tea, yeah.
Well, I'm calling it tea.
It would have destroyed his suspension on his Escalator, whatever.
No, he didn't come out there.
They
got that road fixed. I promise you that.
They came out there in a one of those SUVs side by sides. It was pretty cool. So,
I'm glad he got out in that area.
Yeah,
it was cool.
He probably got out to Jefferson City. Said we need some roads like
today.
Yesterday.
Today.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. That's too bad. But so well, good. I'll sneak off and fish down there. That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
Guys, we're here in the studio with the mayor who won his next term.
Yeah.
Chris Bruce. He's got a woman with him. She's a smart one. Should have her on there doing all talking for him, but she's been quiet back here. She's plotting our death, I think. But now you said you want a
yours maybe
2-year term.
Mm-hmm.
How many times can you run from her?
I don't know.
There's like the
until you die.
Well, the one in Kansas City said they had 2 4-year terms.
Yeah, and the one in Kansas City did.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not for sure. I mean, how many times?
Well, you threw me off when you said 2-year term. I think
they're 2-year term. Yeah.
So it's like being a senator.
The the first term I had a meeting of all the mayors of Caldwell County, which was kind of cool. We had that at the museum basement there at Hamilton, and got to meet, Kingston, Breckenridge, and Kidder, and all those different mayors and stuff. And it was kind of a historic event, polo. And we kind of got everybody together to try to see, people from Hamilton are wanting to know, hey, how come Polo has better streets than Hamilton? Well, on top of that, they don't have half the traffic, they don't have half the bonds and all the stuff that they have to do,
Quick comment for you from Denise Maddox.
Let's show Mom.
Yeah, she says, kudos to the mayor of Hamilton. You won't see our mayor out doing a question answer on a radio show like that.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty
And
cool.
actually, for the record,
Is that the
twice.
Mayor Cameron?
Yeah, she's talking about the Mayor Cameron.
See, they're appointed by.
But yeah,
the
see,
board.
Yeah, you
and-
said that last
but
time.
see,
you
here's
said it. Weird.
here's the thing, and I was thinking about this today because I remembered we were having you in democratic states and cities and counties and all that. You elect your officials.
Right.
In dictatorships, they're appointed.
Right.
Hey, I don't know.
I'm not saying I'm just gonna leave that out there for everybody to kind of marinate.
So you got them together, and what was your big meeting over?
Just anything, basically cats, potholes.
So that was a long topic. Yeah.
Just any of that. My first term, we had a cat ordinance go into effect, and yet we have not to write one and ticket on a cat ordinance. So it's kind of a messed up deal, and
That's weird.
the reason why it went into effect,
There are a lot of cats in Hamilton.
The reason, because you gotta.
There's no law against them.
No, there's no law
Right.
against them. I mean,
So yeah, no leash like a dog had a leash law.
Ooh,
Well, there's a meeting. What's up? Mayor should run for president. He seems to know what to do.
Chris Boost, 2024.
My daughter, yeah, my daughter wants to run for president. I heard there was a big meeting amongst all the county mayors about the blight going on, these old
Hi, Carrie.
houses that need to be torn down, some of the buildings that need to be repaired, torn down. Was you in part of that? And how to go?
Yes and no. Some of the meetings or some of the buildings are falling down. They don't. I mean, like if you look at Polo's building fell down not too long ago.
Right.
Yeah, but those buildings are like 10 years older than God.
Yeah. And then Mound City had one not too long ago.
Jamesport had
my
one.
My hometown, Jamesport, the post office fell down.
Post office fell down.
They've got another one right across the
there.
street that they're working on fixing it, but part of the wall is starting to fall.
Yeah.
They're
They're redoing a lot of the buildings in Hamilton now and updating them. They need it.
Yeah.
I mean,
God, yeah.
It's amazing.
Can they update some of the crawl spaces I have to go into?
He's exterminator.
Yeah, I don't know.
So where's the budget? Hello, Carrie. I see her. Carrie chimed in. Thank you for tuning in. Rebecca McMullen. Thank you for tuning in. A lot of projects.
A lot of
projects. Funds.
They got a butterfly park out south of town.
Butterfly
used to be years and years ago. It used to be the old city dump, and they can't do anything with the ground, so they got grant money to do a butterfly park out of it, and it'll bring all the butterflies. Walking trail. It's 10 acres. You can walk on it. It'll have mulch. It's got quite a few projects they're making in town.
So
how are we going to fund all these projects?
Yeah, basically asking.
It's grant money.
Grant
money. Okay, because I know what you're doing with 1,800 people.
Yeah,
and I know. Of course, look how many people voted. There's 1,800 people and a couple hundred people voted. So, I mean, money on this problem, I'm sure, is pretty tight and strapped. Is there any new business coming in? Because I know we lost some.
They do have an escape room coming in there next to Dollar General for people that want some entertainment. Escape room is where I've never actually been into one, but my kids have told me about it. You get clues in order to get out of it. So that I'm kind of looking forward to that.
Where's this at?
Right next to Dollar General.
Okay.
We're gonna have to come do it
in that little complex right there, little building company. Okay.
I've done several.
An escape room. I've never been.
Basically, what it is like you start off and they give you a clue, and there's all kinds of different items. So, like, say you're trying to escape from this room, and you've got to figure out where the key is to that door to get out. But you have to have some intelligence.
Oh, I can't.
It's not a brute strength thing. It's
Right,
it's a brain thing.
I mean, I'd get out the door, but it wouldn't be usable. I mean, that's Well, good. I know that's that's invented. Sometimes you got to step outside the box because the different generations now, some of the old stuff don't work no more.
Yeah, and it's cool. And of course, I always encourage people every year. I always encourage people to go out and support their local, the local golf course there in Hamilton.
She's
Show Mom's on one today.
She's laying it down. I see her laying it down.
Each year they have some golf tournaments and stuff coming up. They got one coming up here in July that I advertised on. It's kind of a cool deal to get out there, and not very many little towns like that have their own golf course.
No,
so.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
Hey, there's squirrel hits us once in a while.
No, it was one of those things. John Abner, where are you guys from? Well Entertainment, and this particular show is based right here in Missouri, just north of Kansas City. We've got shows from all over the United States. So, and all week long we've got shows. So, and we've got some new stuff coming up. Real quick. Show Mom, and like I said, she's on one. If Hamilton can do all this restoration as a much smaller town than Cameron, why can't Cameron make this stuff happen? I'm gonna keep my opinions to myself.
Yeah, we're not on that today.
But hold on, here we go. Daryl just said because Cameron wants to spend money like a young child in a candy store.
Well,
oh, look, a $2.5 million annex. Let's buy it.
Yeah,
why?
One of my buddies in Hamilton. I will not say his name over there, but we talk a lot. And he knew he was coming on, and he had a question for you. Okay. He's heard over the years that Caldwell County is becoming a dry county. If it does, first of all, two-part question: have you heard about Caldwell County being dry county? No. And two, is that going to affect the brewery?
No, I haven't heard anything of that.
Well, but hold on, though.
Everything's a dry county now with COVID going in. I mean,
hold on, though, because the Jack Daniel's distillery is in a dry county in Tennessee. Mm-hmm. So, and they still make it.
Just can't drink it there.
You just can't drink it there.
Yeah.
Well, technically.
Because I know there is still bars in Caldwell County. I know Bramer still got a functional one. Breckenridge don't have it.
Bramer has a bar?
Yeah, Bramer had a bar. They had one for a long time.
I know Polo does. I didn't know Bramer did.
Polo does, and Breckenridge got that little gas
had
station.
one.
That little gas station running again, and they serve beer there. So I know. And then, of course, Hamilton's got the brewery, but they sell beer at the convenience stores.
But I mean, Breckenridge is like the size of this business card.
Yeah.
So you got like 3 customers.
Breckenridge back in the day used to be. My grandparents were both from Breckenridge, and they had a tornado hit it back in the 70s. Like, wow. Yeah. And if you go through there, some of those architecture and some of those houses that are still standing that shouldn't be are just beautiful.
They are. And a lot of their buildings are now, if you went through there, a lot of their buildings are, now that used to be a booming little town, though. Mm-hmm. Back in the day, they said that place was booming.
One thing Breckenridge has that Hamilton don't have is a city park. They got a big city park right there that you can access it from all 4 corners, and they can.
You guys got a.
Kidder has a great one.
Hold on, I'm giving.
You guys got a little park though, or the Methodist Church type area down by the swimming pool. Yeah. And then you got a couple ball fields. You got that little ball field that we was going to perform on, but we couldn't get it fell through. And then you got the one down by the school.
Yeah.
But.
Yeah, that's one thing.
How much does it take to maintain a park though?
Well, maintaining it won't be. I mean. That's just mowing and general maintenance of it. I mean, depending on the size of the park. Right. If you get one like Bramer, it's going to cost. They got 3 or 4 different fields there. It'll take quite a bit. Stagecoach Park and Polo's
Polo. It's huge. Yeah,
it's a big one there too. So our little park that we got in town. I mean, it's not much, but I'd say 2 months ago, I proposed that they go 2 blocks over. From the ballpark there and see about purchasing that and making that a big city park.
All right, good.
On the backside of that is going to be the new housing addition that's coming in town. Jared Hancock out of Gallatin bought all that, about 27 acres.
Okay.
And he annexed it in city limits, and he's going to have 53 homes going there.
Nice. That's a little growth.
Yeah. So it's going to be it's ready for some growth with a trail around. Now, what the city's waiting on, they're waiting on to see if they're going to put a park in themselves, because that way, you're right. It'd be in their budget. So
right, cool. That's excellent.
That's kind of a deal. But
good job, man. That's excellent.
One of the things, of course, the cost of building materials is ridiculous high, and now, and
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out how a virus caused a 400% increase on the price of OSB.
yeah.
I could shock you.
That's stupid.
When I started my construction company back in 2002, you can get three tab shingles, a whole square for $20 bill. Architectural, you can get it for $22. Okay, go try to buy them now.
Oh yeah.
They're $22 a bundle or more.
Well,
guys,
I bladesmith.
It's
How much an anvil costs?
Yep.
I seen a 133-pound anvil go for over $600.
Yeah. Yeah. But everybody asks why, but same thing with bullets. Well,
I'm a gun
manufactured shortage.
I'm a gun enthusiast.
So you're told. I mean,
I call it a manufactured shortage.
I'm a gun enthusiast, and
they
I
make
go to a
you
lot
think
of gun
it's
shows.
shortage.
And I talked to several people, and I know a couple of people that are reputable. And I said, "Why is ammo so high?" And after he was done laughing for about 15 minutes, he said, "Well, hey, I don't really know." He said, "We had people because of COVID, but the factories never really shut down.
Yeah.
He said they were made. That's what he was saying. They were made to slow down.
Yeah.
Is what he was told, because they had more price on restrictions and what they could buy for brass and all this crap. It was a big old long thing, and I was like, wow.
There's a question on one of those viewers here. Says, "What are they doing at the old elementary school?" I'm assuming that's talking about the one in Hamilton.
Yes,
that's what I'm guessing. Yeah.
That's my daughter asked that.
Okay, that is It's kind of cool. It is the world. They got the world's biggest thread or
I was gonna hit that
twine or
when
whatever.
the hell did that come in there? I must have missed something. I didn't know they
cool.
come in there.
I want to make sure I say that, but it's a quilting museum, and they got quilts and put shows and stuff on in there, and they bought that from Doc Adams.
Yeah, Doc owned it. Yep.
And Doc didn't do anything with it for several years. I think stored stuff in it for his other rental properties.
I've met Doc.
But they've actually
crazy old
utilizing it
coot
now. And so they turned that into a quilt museum. But also the last couple, within the last month or so,
is there anything in Hamilton that doesn't have to do with quilting?
Very little.
Very little. Yeah.
Very little. But they got a community garden that they've been working on up there. So people that don't have a garden in those apartments, or if you got apartment stuff, you got an opportunity to come there and grow your own food.
Yeah. I've always liked the idea of the community gardens and stuff. Real quick side note, the old school is doing a black powder rifle raffle.
Okay.
So if you're interested in that, get a hold of Show Mom. But I've always been a real big fan of community gardens because I see the benefit, especially with younger generation,
teaching,
learning. So you're learning a skill that could allow them to survive for an extended period of time, as well as that sense of community.
Yeah.
And so it's, to me, it's a multifaceted benefit from having it. Now, granted, you're always going to have that one asshole that's going to go and ruin it for everybody.
Oh, yeah.
But, in smaller towns, I think it works better.
Yeah.
Right.
Whereas down in Kansas City, it might be something you might want to guard a little bit, so,
one more quick question for you, brother.
Yeah,
Before
and then we got to jump into our next segments.
This was a hot topic last year. The Hamilton swimming pool. Is it going to open? Is there going to be any restrictions when it opens?
What do you mean restrictions?
Well,
do you have to swim 6 feet?
No, I'm sorry. This is serious.
No,
thing.
it is going to open.
Some people, you got to wipe it down, and you got to wear a mask. Some people got to wear masks too before they swim, which baffles the crap out of me because chlorine kills this crap. All right, and that
chlorine kills everything.
Chlorine around it. So I didn't know, because I know you were talking last year. You was against it being shut down. I read your thing.
Yeah.
But it was over your head, I guess. But it's going to be open. Is there going to be any restrictions on it?
It's going to be open this year, and they're going to follow the county restrictions on it. So whatever really the county says, the health department, what they say is what we're going to have to follow. I mean, I don't really know what that is going to be at the time, but they are. If anybody's looking for, if any kids over here in Cameron's pool this year closed.
I read something.
Yeah,
so
something about they're doing some upgrades or something
so
that they
if
probably
any of
don't
those
need
lifeguards or anything want jobs this summer, come over to Hamilton. We're needing them, and we're needing some.
There you go.
We're needing some management over there. So it'll be a great opportunity.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Mayor, thank you a lot for coming.
Thank you very much,
brother.
sir.
you.
You're more than
Appreciate
welcome to hang out and
I'll hang out.
listen
with you.
listen to Athen
and one more
bump
time,
his gums.
Congratulations, sir.
Thank you, guys.
We're going to be putting on a show there Saturday. Come on down there
Okay.
and see us, and we'll make you laugh. Come down for both shows or one show, whatever.
Okay.
We'll make you
If
laugh.
he shows up, y'all need to put his ass on stage.
Yeah, I will. You kidding me? The Honorable Mayor's in town. We'll give him a shout out. All right, we're going to move on here.
Okay.
This next little bit here, we're going to bring on our buddy, our friend of the Low
Good
Entertainment.
old Athen.
He's a co-host of 1700 Somewhere, and
He's
got
the founder of 1700 Somewhere.
That's right. Don't forget that founder and host of 1700 Somewhere.
And
Our
he'll
good
make
buddy-
Willie Nelson look like a virgin.
That's right.
What's
Please
up?
give a warm welcome, radio show welcome of Athen. Athen, how you doing, brother?
Doing pretty good. So
All
just
right.
been chilling.
Welcome to WO Radio. I think your first time on it. Appreciate you coming on. Now we let's just get right to it. We got a brand new show segment, whatever coming on WO Entertainment. It's going to be Friday night. The floor is yours, brother. Tell us about what it is and
So-
if you're excited about it.
Yep.
So it's going to be a new radio show. We're doing it on Spreaker. It's going to be called the WO Hideout. And effectively, this first episode is going to be pretty much like we're going to do a run of 4 episodes. It's going to be a pilot, all in all. This first one's going to be the basic pilot, getting things set up. Just going to be playing music. I've kind of got a little bit of a plan what I want to try to do with the music. I'm trying to take a path through several different genres of music where they all kind of tie together as their blends of the music.
Okay, so the boss over here isn't making you play only Hank Jr.
No.
Okay.
But stuff like that will make it in. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to fit
Yeah.
Hank Green.
So
So
if some Bocephus in there, but trust and believe.
you and me need to talk because I'm the music guy at the network.
Yeah.
And actually we're almost at time to do our Don't DIY and our Pimp's Pet, which I think our Pimp's Pet is actually a picture of Mickey. But
Hang on a second, let me.
I couldn't even get through that one all the way.
Yeah, give me a second. So, what time is this going to happen?
So the show,
Yeah.
the radio show is going to be, it's going to be 1700 to 1900. I think I'm trying to fucking
Is
time
that
zone.
Central
I'm
Time?
sorry. Time zones mess with my head. Sorry about the drop there. Yeah. So 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock West Coast time, which would be 17 to 19 West Coast. Central would be 19 to 21. If I'm doing my math right.
There you go.
How high are you right
All
now?
right. He's so high, he's correct.
Only a little.
Okay, I was gonna say your brain is functioning fully.
Yeah.
So real quick, we'll jump back into that. I want to go ahead and get into our Don't DIY, and this is a prime example as to why women live longer than men for our Don't DIY. And there you have it. You can come around here if you want to see a little bigger picture. And I'm waiting for the comments. I'm trying to figure out what this thing is standing on the other side because,
Hey, being in construction, I've done something like this for.
yeah, I have
Actually-
too. But I'm trying to figure out what the other leg is standing on.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm
that's
thinking it's
standing
just
Floating?
It looks like it's kind of straddled against the electric meter where they go, can read
Yeah.
the electric.
Yeah.
Looks like they might have
But with all reality,
Ashley
he's got-
says I can see Dylan doing that.
Yeah.
I can see Left Eye doing
He's
that.
got 3 or 4 more steps he could go up to reach.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
He may have tried to go up one morning. I was like,
I mean, I don't know what the crybaby's worried about. I fell 20 feet in the air. So what's his problem? Get up there.
It's
You've got more padding than him.
We had a situation like that about 17 years ago. The guy owned both houses right next door, and we was at a ladder's place. He goes, "Hey, put a ladder in my windowsill." So when it's one house, put a ladder in the windowsill and lean against the other house, and we go climb it up there. I'm thinking, I ain't doing none of that. The guy working for me says, "I'll do it, boss," and he ran and he did it. Ran right up there, and just as we got done and put a ladder down, OSHA pulled up. I'm thinking, oh, thank God, OSHA, because that would have been.
Yeah, OSHA has its place. I'm going to put that back up. OSHA has its place, But there are certain things that OSHA just needs to stay the hell out of.
Now OSHA.
OSHA needs to say something.
Look,
but whenever I'm 40 foot up in the air in a bucket in the middle of a hurricane and my hard hat happens to blow off and almost go into the ocean, don't be saying some stupid shit.
Yeah.
Because I had it on when I went up.
Yeah. So instead of them complaining, why don't they swim out there and get your hat for you? Yeah. You know what they cost? You know, get that man's hat.
Things are expensive.
Yeah, that's
for a good one.
That's not as bad as I've seen people do, but it's.
This still isn't the worst one we've had. As far as ladders,
no,
that one that we think is from Plattsburgh, that one is probably one of the worst. But I'm gonna have to find that one again.
Look at that. Is that a table?
That looks like some sort of a table on top of. That's a table on top of the benches for the table.
Okay. Well, it looks
on top of cinder blocks.
Looks like there's a guy. It looks like a body right there. Or maybe there's a guy standing on the other side of that. A short dude.
Might be. I don't know.
Was he going to catch him?
No, that's the legs of the table.
So,
but
was he going to catch him or something?
No, he's over there taking a picture because he's going. We're going to win $10,000 on America's Funniest Home Video.
That's probably the boss. That's probably the boss saying, if you hit the ground, you're fired. If we hit the ground, you're done. That's it.
If you fall, you're fired 10 seconds before you hit the ground.
And if you're okay, get your ass back up there and go back to work.
Yep.
Now you guys know that the people in the White House are watching this.
Oh yeah,
having a hell of a show. Right?
They've got their phone 911. They're just waiting to hit talk.
Now it should pan to the left a little bit. I'm sure there's an old man with a beard going, oh, yeah. It's gonna be good. Hey baby, come here, it's gonna be good. Watch this dumbass.
People across the street. Yeah.
They probably got a barbecue grill. They probably got odds right now in Vegas.
Oh God, yeah.
I got Tenny Falls. Tenny shorts it.
So that is your Don't DIY for tonight. And now going into Pimp's Pet. And this has got to be Mickey's latest selfie.
All right, Mickey, here we go. This is Mickey's police file. This fish, a little background on that. To me, I even have some weird or some mean looking or weird looking things. But growing up, I seen this fish. I don't know what to think about it. It doesn't scare me.
It's uglier than sin.
It's just weird. I mean, it looks like some old grumpy,
looks like
bald
grumpy
guy
ass old, yeah.
Who's chewing on something and trying to spit it out and missed.
Yeah.
That's
looks like something from West Virginia.
That's the reason why.
West by God, Virginia.
It's called blobfish. They're typically shorter than 30 centimeters, which is 12 inches. They live in depths between 600 and 1,200 meters, 2,000 to 3,900 feet, where the pressure is 60 to 120 times greater than the sea level. So that's why a lot of ain't got no bones and stuff in it. Greater than sea level, which is likely make gas bladders insufficient for maintaining buoyancy. Instead, the fish of the blobfish is primarily a gelatinized mass with a density slightly less than water. This allows the fish to float above the seafloor without expending energy and swimming. The blobfish has relative lack of muscle, but this is not a disadvantage.
I don't think that's the right one.
Food source is an edible matter and floats in front of it, such as the depth ocean and crustaceans. That's a different version of it. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, that's the same one, but it's a different type. That looks more like a puffer fish to me.
Yeah, that's different.
That fish, guys, is the reason why I don't shave. That right that's my inspiration.
You don't want to end up looking like that, huh?
That one right there.
That one, if that had a voice, it would literally.
No, that was it. Hell, you want what?
What?
Don't judge me.
Get off my lawn.
Yeah. You big dummy. Yeah. So that's your Pimp's Pet, the blobfish.
That's just.
It's just something.
Imagine catching one of them bastards.
I'd be ashamed to catch it.
I'd be like, did anybody see that? Cut the line.
That's gonna be some deep sea fishing though. 1,800 foot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's a lot of weight. So anyway.
But there you go. Envision that tonight.
We got a trivia question.
We actually do have a trivia question.
Do we have a top 10?
Yep, we do have a top 10. I'll give you
let's do the trivia question first, then we'll do the top 10.
All right.
Because I know it's going to be an atrocity.
All right. Everybody get ready. Everybody get your computers ready out there. Here we go.
Get your Google fingers ready.
Which division rose the flag on Iwo Jima?
Which division?
Which division? Which Marine division rose the flag on Iwo Jima?
You son of a bitch.
What?
And I can't answer it.
You can't answer. You're probably wrong anyway. No, because that's what I belong to. We didn't.
Oh, no. There's only... All right. So, Athen, bump your gums for a second. I'm going to check. Oh, I can't. I can't check his answer because Chris has got the keyboard.
I wouldn't check the answer myself. I know what it is.
Okay.
It's a single digit.
Yep, it is. It's my favorite number too.
I may be half retarded today.
You use your phone.
So yeah.
Athens, everybody can catch your 1700 somewhere. Give us a brief explanation of what 1700 is.
So 1700 Somewhere is a show that I've been doing for 6-7 years now. Started out on Spreaker as a radio show, similar to what I'm going to be starting up this week. And then we evolved into video, had a bunch of evolutions over time. And then now, whole new evolution. I'm doing it with my buddy Don. Him and I have been friends for 4 or 5 years now. And we did it together back in the past, and now we come back to doing it again. We just talk about general comedy news. Florida Man's a big topic we cover. And yeah, just funny news and Florida Man mostly.
And then you also have L Train Fighters as well. Real quick, we've got 2 answers that came in. Mickey, and then right after Mickey, April.
Ooh.
Mickey put 5th Mardiv.
That's right.
April put 3rd Platoon, Echo Company, 2nd Battalion, 28th Regiment of the 5th Division.
Yeah.
Well, so, I mean,
she was more, Mickey was right first, but I'm going to give April, both of them, 10 apiece.
Okay.
Because she was very thorough.
Yeah.
But all I wanted was division, but she gave the whole thing. But that's correct. The 5th Marine Division. All right.
April gets 10.
And one of them was a Native American.
Drunken Ira Hayes.
Ira Hayes. That's right. Ira Hayes. His death was weird.
I think that's Mickey's first. That's Mickey's first.
Well, there you go, Mickey. All right. Your Allied trained fighters. Is that a gaming thing or what is it?
So L Train Fighters, we're mostly kind of nerd culture for the most part. So it's going to be tech, science, gaming, entertainment. So music, movies, TV, and then even into some of the more supernatural type stuff. So like creepypastas and stuff like that, we'll get into with that. Not so much, but we will get into that. But mostly it's just talk.
Did you just say creepypasta?
Yeah, creepypasta stuff. Yeah.
Are you saying pasta like the noodle?
Yeah, creepypasta.
What the hell is creepypasta? Hey, Mary, what the hell is creepypasta?
I don't know, man. That's a new one for me.
So creepypasta is effectively like
that's a new one.
Ghost stories. Basically, they're just spooky things that are internet stories.
Oh, okay.
Are these damn things working?
So
he said creepypasta.
That's what he said.
So it's like Slender Man. So like Slender Man.
So it's like the Slender Man or the Midnight Man and all that crazy
shit. Why don't you say creepy men then?
Well, it's creepy urban legends, basically.
Okay. Hey, man, you learn something new every day. Creepypasta. Yeah.
Well, I just learned yesterday that you can spell boy with an I at the end instead of a Y.
Yeah, that's slang term.
That typically when it's spelled with a POI, that's inferring sexual orientation.
The mayor's
better half.
She found it.
Oh.
She got it online.
She Googled it.
Yeah, she did Wikipedia. Right
Wikipedia.
There. Okay, well,
okay.
There you go, brother.
Look.
I'd say I owe you an apology, but
the network Willie Nelson is teaching us some stuff.
Man, I don't know what you're smoking, but if you're gonna be that adequate,
send some my way.
Give us some. I mean, quit bogarting it, damn it. You know.
Oh.
But we're here in the studio with the mayor of Hamilton, and he's in Athens. Host on our show. You can find him new show coming up Friday.
So on
5 o'clock to 7 on Spreaker, and then he's on Sunday twice.
on the Woe Hideout, are you guys going to be like, obviously you're doing this progression through music over time and such and so forth. How hard are you going to hit the death metal scene?
Well, I'm trying to not get too hard into that. Like the first episode is seeming like it's got quite a bit of pretty heavy metal. I'm going to try to cut that back and mix in a
hold
little
on.
country and stuff.
Hold on though. You say heavy metal. Are you talking five finger, or are you talking actual like Gwar and like real heavy metal?
When I'm saying heavy metal, I mean like metalcore type music. So stuff
so like Kill Switch.
Yeah, Kill Switch, Fame on Fire, I Prevail. What's another one?
But then again, I can also turn around and start talking about George Strait too. So,
true.
Because I'm the weird guy. Because if anybody who is a longtime fan of the show, they know that I had Spearhead Shenanigans, and I
was a longtime fan of the show.
Well, yeah. And Spearhead Shenanigans literally in one show would go from Frank Sinatra to Tech Nine to Five Finger to Hank Jr. I mean, my musical taste is all over the place. It just depends on my mood. So,
yeah. So, I was going to say, so like this first episode right now, what I've got kind of picked out for the flow of the music is I'm starting out with a couple songs by NF. One's got Hobson, the other one's got Tech Nine. NF, if you don't know, is a Christian rapper. And then that's moving into, I start with Seven Rings by Ariana Grande, which then I mix that in.
You just lost cool points.
But I mix that in with Our Last Night's cover of Seven Rings by Ariana Grande. I do a good mix right in the middle in the chorus where the chorus fades through into.
Look at him. He's not only a tech guy, he can do like some mashup shit. And
then at that point is when it gets into the metal. So and then I have some like For the Fallen Dreams and some more Our Last Night, I Prevail. And then I'm trying to move it over to country, which goes into Brantley Gilbert, Upchurch, and then that'll get into the actual more country. So,
well, Brantley Gilbert's actually more southern rock than he is country.
Yeah.
Just if we really want to, pick straws.
That's why I threw it in there for that country
I got a question.
Upchurch.
I got a question. What the hell did you just say?
About what?
I never said none of that.
He said he's smarter than you.
Whatever,
no, Richie.
man.
He said, "Shut up." He's smarter than you.
I didn't hear one Metallica in there, one Korn in there, no Bo Cephas at all.
That's just one episode, man. Stop judging the whole show on one damn episode.
No Two Live Crew, Run DMC, some of the old stuff, new stuff. Eagles, come on. So no, it's going to be a great show.
First question I have is, when the hell did NF do a collab with Tech Nine?
That's actually real recent, within the last few months.
Okay, that must be why I haven't heard of it yet. So,
well, sound like a good time, Anthony, and we give you a hard time about it, but I know you're going to do a good job, get it going. Mickey had a question for you.
He says, "Ask Athen about my requests. I hooked up for him."
I don't know what
I am. So I am looking through those.
Hold on. Show me on the doll where he touched you.
Yeah,
right around here. So no, I am I do have to look into that. I want to get my actual show line for the song set up. And I'm going to go through his songs, see which ones I can fit in there. And I want to give it kind of a slot towards the end. And then also I'm kicking around, in like maybe the next episode or going throughout trying to put in requests, because I can actually pull songs and get them into the song list as things roll. So I can actively play songs people request while the show is going. So I'm looking into kind of adding all that, and I want to try to start bringing in other hosts as co-hosts to see how they might fit in it through these next 4 episodes. So
nice. Okay.
No,
we're going to start that out, and if it goes well, we're going to try to do it on Monday, and possibly maybe Wednesday also.
Yeah,
so probably try it 3 nights a week.
Because we don't want to step on
our good buddies over
the BV Nation.
And he does a great job on his Spreaker for Tuesdays and Fridays and Sundays. So he does a good job on there.
Yeah.
We kind of want to work together. Something for everybody. If you're a veteran out there or anybody who wants to hear some good music, Don't look up Athens, but
Don't look at Athens.
yeah,
Oh, yeah, that's the one right there.
But so he's gonna be doing this, and we're advertising now. We're starting this Friday. We've already paid the first installment, so it's going to start this Friday at 5 o'clock our time here in Missouri. 5 to 7.
7 o'clock our time.
No, 5 o'clock our time.
7 o'clock our time.
5 o'clock my time.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, 5 o'clock your time. Yeah.
I've been trying to get this through his head for almost 4 freaking years.
Time zones suck, yo.
Yeah, I know they're 2 hours ahead. I just don't care. It's 7 o'clock our time, 7 to 9. You catch him here, and it's going to be on Spreaker. So go download an app. Do they need to download an app, or how?
You do not have to download the Spreaker app.
Okay.
You can, but you do not have to. In order to be able to comment and interact with the host, you do need to have logged in with Facebook.
Okay.
But if you don't want to download the Spreaker app, you don't have to. You can go straight to your browser, Spreaker.com, Spreaker. So speaker with an extra R in it. And then whatever the link for the show will be on our page as well, so that you can click on that and it'll pop it right on up and you'll be listening.
Very well. And that's going to start this Friday, so don't miss that.
I knew all that. And I wasn't even involved in planning.
Well, yeah, I don't know it. You had a Spreaker for a
Because
while.
I did it.
You had one for a while.
Well, we were Spreaker originally. That's where our show originated.
Originated.
And then everyone made the jump to video, and now everyone wants to go back.
Well,
I don't want to go back.
Don't really want to go back.
I like doing this.
This is fun doing it, but we're going to be wherever the numbers are. Facebook is starting to really just clamp down on things, and you could be talking about something. They assume you meant one thing, right? You meant something else, and they'll flag you on it. Like when veterans talk to each other, we say, "What's up, bitch?" If you write that in there, I mean, I got a band just writing it in the Mickey.
Mickey got a warning or whatever for that. He was like, "What's up, bitches?" I was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, that's how we
really.
It's a veteran show. I mean, I got a day band because I told him to do it. It's my show. What the hell?
I just caught a share band today too.
So they don't understand nothing about veterans and anything. They don't know how we talk. So we're trying to watch that. Last the mayor since he's here. Trump's starting his own social media page. Trump book. What do you think about that?
I need to do some research on it.
No.
So
no.
Because
no.
You don't think
Wrong.
No.
Wrong. Fake news. Wrong.
I haven't really done any research on that thing that he's wanting to do, but it is supposed to be happening here pretty soon.
I'm gonna put it this way. By all means, do it. But for fuck's sake, please, somebody, and I'll put a quarter in the jar in a second, somebody monitor how much he posts. Mm-hmm. That's all I have to say. Just monitor. I don't care what he posts. Just monitor how often he posts. Because I followed him on Twitter with our Woe Entertainment account just because of the pure comedic value of the crap that he said. And it was like, I followed quite a few people on there. And it'd be Trump, White House, Trump. Dude, run the country and get off of Twitter.
Yep. I was subscribed to Trump on both Twitter and Facebook, and it was the same thing. You see him popping up all the time. And some of the things, I'm just like, why would you even say that?
He is the epitome of forgot to install the filter.
And so everybody started crying about that. Now look what we got in there.
Mm-hmm.
Would you rather have him talking, running his hole all the time, or what we got in there now?
I would rather have President Trump.
Who? He's got a new Indian name, right?
Which one?
The one in the office now.
No, what is it?
It's Trips Upstairs.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, dude, I was gonna say, I can't pick on this president too much. He's the most impressive president I've ever had. I ain't never had nobody
upstairs.
who could fall up 4 steps.
Not once, but twice.
And do it twice in a row. Bang, and do it. And get up, brush off, hold my beer, and do it
you
again.
Probably, but Athen, you raise your hand, but you probably
he's 110.
Had some sort of,
Actually, no, it was out on heavy seas on ship. You can trip upstairs.
That's on heavy seas. This was sitting on the tarmac.
True.
Perfectly still. I didn't see Air Force One jerk or anything like that. So,
I mean, people pick on Biden. I mean, I'm gonna do Biden's voice right now. Ready? I'm gonna take Biden.
You say something?
That's him. He do Bill Clinton. That's cool. How you do Bill Clinton?
I'd appreciate you to leave Monica out of this.
Hey, speaking of Monica, hey, I got a joke for you, Mary. You remember Monica Lewinsky, right?
Oh yeah.
Do you know she's a dentist now?
Uh-huh.
No, yeah, that's true. She opened dentist offices all over America. You know what her slogan is?
Getting the bad taste out of your mouth, one mouth at a time.
Yeah.
I wrote 3 jokes in 5 minutes, and that was one of the ones I wrote in 5 minutes.
My name's Bill Clinton, and I approve this message.
Bill, won't you shut up, Bill? I don't care if she swallowed. She's a spitter. She's a spitter, Bill. Argue that. Argue that she's a spitter. Say she ain't. Say she ain't. Say it.
You want to know how I got her?
Spitting.
I said, "Hey, baby, you want to see my sacks?"
You know how I would have got her? You know what I would have said? Can I grab your pussy? Huh? What? Huh? That's news right there. Right there, CNN.
God.
It done blinked. If Facebook done blinked us. Help.
Oh, man.
But we're here with the mayor. Congratulations on your
thank you, guys.
Promotion. No, just still in office. So good. You got the roads coming up, and Athens got some things coming up. A lot of things happening now. It's only April. The year's ticking away pretty fast. Mayor, you go first. What's the biggest thing that you're looking forward to in this coming year or the rest of this year?
Biggest thing looking forward to this year, as far as personal, as far as
anything.
Let's see. There's so much stuff last year with COVID and I had health issues last year and everything, and it just seemed like last year was just shit year. I mean, it was terrible. This year, I want to see. I got some personal goals, health wise, to do, and also as far as the position that I got elected into. So both of those, just going to reach for the stars on it, guys, and just see what happened with them. So hopefully, I mean, nothing really big to talk about yet, but hopefully it'll keep going. So,
nice. Athen, what do you got coming? What are you looking forward to? You're muted, Athen.
Unmute yourself, dummy.
I do that too often. But what was that? I honestly really don't know what I have so far because I got a really big change coming up here in about a week. I'm moving to Northern California, or back to Northern California. So it's like, and we kind of just pulled chocks to, pulling chocks to go. So
don't.
It's gonna be an adventure coming up.
Mickey just asked, how has serious question? How has Hillary not schwacked Monica after all these years? I can tell you why. It'd be too damn obvious.
So I'm going to be out there in Oregon, June the 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, and 14th. We're going to do some things out there, BB Nation, and put on a show out there. Are you going to be around there then, or?
No, I'll already be in Northern California. I'm like 10 hours away by that time. So.
All right. Mary, I got a couple questions for you. I don't know if I asked you last time or not.
Okay.
Bloney or Spam?
You asked him that last time.
Bloney, that's right. Flip-flops or sandals?
Sandals.
Sandals. Okay. Yeah. All right, Athen. Bloney or Spam?
Spam, definitely.
Spam guy. Okay. Flip-flops or sandals?
I would go with flip-flops. I don't like the straps on my heels.
There you go.
See, he never asked me these questions.
Because I don't give a shit. I mean, I'm sorry, you left out. I'm sorry. You flip-flops or sandals? That's not the question.
Boots.
You either flip-flop or sandal. That's
boots.
Why I don't ask him nothing,
Boots or house shoes, pretty much.
Wrong. All you do is wrong all the time.
No, I've got a pair of sandals that I like to walk around. Or not sandals. What are they called? Slides. They just got the strap over the top of them.
Oh, prison shoes. They like the prison inmate shoes.
Yeah. They're comfortable.
That's what inmates say. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
then I got my Budweiser flip flops. So
Nice.
I've had them damn things for like 5 years. They won't die.
All right. We'll get into our top 10 here.
Oh, by the way, for all of you stoners out there, happy 420.
What the hell does that even mean? I've seen that.
So,
Nathan, please educate him.
So 420, the reason it got associated with smoking weed is because of, kids in school, in most cases, they would meet up wherever they're going to go to smoke weed after they get out of school, which would typically be around 420. So that's how it got associated with it. And since April 20th is 420, it just kind of went along with it.
What happened to 305?
Well, you have to walk to where you're going.
As soon as I get out the door, it's puff, puff, pass. Puff, puff, pass.
It's like my kids these days also, they're not like one of my kids doesn't even get home from school until about 4, but he's only 13 anyway, so he better not be smoking weed. But but yeah, it's like if that were something he was doing, it would lay in line with that whole scenario.
All right, we're going to get into our top 10 here. Now, Mary, this is something different than what was last time you were here.
Okay.
This is it's a top 10 site. If you've ever been on top 10s, go to top10s.com. It's the dumbest damn top 10 site you ever been on in your life. I don't know who the hell votes on this crap. You vote on it because we do a category every week. I have never agreed with any of them yet. Like, the hell. So this week we're going to talk about cereal, but not the cereal you think. This time we're going for infamous serial killers.
Ooh.
Okay, now get all your heads together and think about who's the most infamous serial killer, right? And I bet you on these next 10 that you will not. You won't.
Top 10.
I don't know how you spell. I'm retarded. I'm telling you. Yeah, top 10.
How about, you want to go ahead and tell you?
No, I'm gonna look it up on my phone right here because I want to make sure we got it right. I already know because I read the list. But okay.
I don't know. It seems like Netflix has just been engulfed with these here lately.
And there's so many of them. There's serial killers, infamous serial killers. These weirdos got different categories.
And earlier you were talking about towns and historian and stuff. There's stuff like that around this area.
Yeah, well, we got a couple famous serial killers from Missouri. I mean, if that's a category, I mean,
yeah.
So okay, number 10, and some of you probably heard this one, some of you haven't. Number 10, H.H. Holmes.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
I neither, and I got me a list here who didn't make it. Right,
I do recognize the name H.H. Holmes.
I do too.
Okay. All right.
But I also like this kind of weird shit.
Number 10.
Yeah.
Louis Garvitio.
Garvito.
He raped and tortured and murdered 138 children and teenagers.
Jeez.
There's a special place in hell in that stuff for that.
He's believed to do 172 to 300 plus children. Okay. He's number 9 on the list.
Wow.
You see where this list is going? He's number 9.
He definitely ranks up there. I mean,
I don't know why he's number 9.
Is Richard Ramirez even on there?
I'm not going to tell you.
Or Ted Bundy?
I'm not going to tell you. Number 8. Probably excuse my language, probably the baddest bitch you ever meet in your life. Eileen Wuornos.
Oh, she was the down in Florida where she was picking the dudes up at gas stations and murdering them.
She had that movie Monster. Who was that lady?
Yeah.
That played her?
She was one of the shortest.
Charlize Theron.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was one of the shortest range serial killers. She did all this in a year.
Mm-hmm.
She's bad as hell.
But she would pick the guys up at gas stations, I think.
Yeah.
The highway killer was, I think, was what they called her.
Yep. And she
How many
7 men in Florida. They only found 2.
Yeah. She never would come clean about where the bodies were.
Yeah. And one of her interviews, they asked her questions, she went.
Yeah. I watched one of her interviews.
Yeah, she's psycho.
She
crazy.
She said they pumped some I don't know, supersonic air pressure in her cell and all this stuff. I mean, she was out there.
She was nuts. Yeah. Now she had a rough life, I understand. But whoa. She was crazy. No doubt about her. But she's number 8. She should have been up in the 3 category as far as I'm concerned. But anyway, number 7, I've never heard of these two until I read about them. Fred and Rosemary West. These two knuckleheads here.
I think I do their termite warranty.
You might have did it. Again, they abused children. They were fostered them and did all kind of weird stuff to them. Ran over cars and crushed their skulls with cars. Jeez. He was a vicious dude, but she was pulling strings. But that guy was sadistic.
Mm-hmm.
But he's number 7. Number 8, Ed Gein. G-I or G-E-I-N.
Gein.
Yeah, Ed. Edward, he liked to be called. He was a murderer and a body snatcher. This guy would dig up dead bodies and snatch them.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Can you say cuckoo? Cuckoo. He isn't really a true serial killer because he only really got 3. But,
hey, Terrell.
But he made the list at number 6. Yeah.
Okay.
Number 5, the most interesting one, I think, is Jeffrey Dahmer. Ain't that a good looking picture of it? Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lionel Dahmer. He would rape his victims, cut them up, pour lye on them, and then squeeze them down the drain.
Didn't he eat them too?
I didn't know that part.
No, that was.
Yep, he ate him too.
Yeah, that's
he
right.
He snacked on them. Yep. He had a snack. And he decided he KFC'd him. Yep, he did.
Wow.
Number 4. I got a problem with this one. The Zodiac Killer.
The Zodiac Killer probably was, and if you've watched any of the documentaries on him, was one of the most prolific serial killers of our time. However, they never actually caught the guy.
Right. So therefore, is he even real?
Yeah, he's real.
Well,
he is 100% legitimately real. They have matched all of the handwriting samples and everything. It is the same person.
Then who is he?
But they could not catch him because he.
So technically, he shouldn't be on my list.
He
ain't been tried. They ain't been convicted.
You know.
Yeah, but
I've watched a little bit of that, and they think that maybe he died
Yeah.
before they could catch him.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
could have been.
You know, drunk driving, or I don't know what.
I don't
it would
know.
be,
Maybe
but-
this kid died. Just,
Yeah.
The world's so damn big. Who knows? You know?
Yeah.
I thought I'd heard some stuff how there was another Zodiac killer
Copycat.
killed
Yeah, there was,
real recently.
there was a copycat.
Yeah, copycat. All right, number 3. This one here I disagree with because again, no body. Jack the Ripper was number 3.
I
He
think
never got
they've actually figured out who it was though.
Yeah, but they've got no way to charge him. I mean,
True.
Yeah, so
he's been dead for 200 and some years.
So I don't mind him being on the list, but number 3, they don't know who he is. So that's it. I disagree with those last 2 pretty hard. Number 2, he's a nasty son of a.
Yeah.
He deserves to be on there, but I don't think number 2. Number 2 is John Wayne Gacy.
Yeah.
John Wayne, the clown. Remember the clown that was killing everybody?
Mhm.
You don't
Killer
remember?
clown.
Go look this disturbed
It's
guy.
in the 70s.
He married people underneath the house, his floorboards of his house, and his mom said, "There's something smells bad." He said, "I'll just take out the trash, Mom." And finally, his mom moved because they couldn't get rid of stench. It was in people in there that were dying underneath the house, and he didn't bury him very deep. But so John Wayne Gacy, and he was most of his were men and little boys.
John Wayne Gacy is actually also who they based the character of Joker off of in the movie,
Yeah.
the most recent movie Joker.
Yep.
Yeah. He killed at least 33 teenage boys and young men between 1972 and 1978. That's an impressive body of work.
Yeah.
6 years, 33 people. He's number 2.
Do you know you mentioned something about Gacy in the last movie, with being the clown? Did you notice the music that they used for his scene was also that Gary Glitter, who was notorious for kids as well.
Right.
So it kind of had a double
Mhm.
standard on that, which is kind of interesting.
And number 1, which you probably already knew anyway,
Ted Bundy.
Ted Bundy.
Well, but I'm going to tell you something real quick, and this is why this is number 1, because of Netflix's 2 documentaries, the movie about him and the documentary on him back to back, and the people who watch those are probably the people who are sitting there clicking on this
Now,
all day long. So
as far as serial killers go, handsome guy, had an IQ of about a 135.
Oh yeah, he was insanely intelligent.
Matter of fact, he told the judge told him, because if you wasn't a serial killer, you could have won this case.
You could have made some of your.
He tried most, and he would have won, except had evidence on him, but he would have won the case. He would have got thrown out because the judge was like, and the judge had snapped to it that's how smart the guy was, and he was the reason they caught a lot of serial killers today because of what he told them and how to look for them. So that was the top 10 list. I disagree with some of those. Some of those are right. But
Richard Ramirez wasn't on there.
Right.
Richard Speck did he even make the list at all?
He did. He was way down the line.
Are you kidding me?
Way down the line. I'm going to name y'all some names of some people that did a lot more than
There's also the granny one, the granny serial killer that like chopped up all our roommates and ate them and all that stuff. You know that one?
Oh yeah,
Kansas City. Not
Robert Rodella is out of Kansas City.
Yeah.
Rodella, he's not on the list either.
People.
Yeah, but his deal. He'd set them out in the trash, and the trash people take them off. But one of them he didn't kill all the way, and it was trash bags moving. That's how they found him.
Wow.
Weirdo. All right, number 44 on the list had 48 kills that they know of. The Green River Killer, Gary Ridgway.
Yeah.
Okay, they found him by paint chips in his clothes. They looked for him hard, and that's how he killed a lot of prostitutes. He killed 48 of them that they know, but he's claimed that he's got hundreds of them still buried somewhere. All right, he was number 44 on the list. Number 28 on the list, Henry Lee Lucas. Go read about this weirdo. Okay, he's got probably one of the biggest bodies of work on here. Okay, hundreds of people that they know. He's 28. 61 was William Bonin. 21. He had 21 kills. Number 67 on the list was Robert Yates. Robert Yates had 13 that they know of, and so much more. And it was,
the Son of Sam killer wasn't on there either.
Berkowitz.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, geez, I know all these.
We watched a lot of crime shows.
I watch them because I learn about it. He's like,
oh yeah,
what kind of weirdo? And nobody shot this guy. I mean, because like the one they got up, the BTK killer.
Yeah.
Now let's get some established right now. The cops didn't catch him. He got arrogant and got himself caught. They had no idea who he was. Had no clue who this guy was. He was a park board.
I remember when the Green.
He was director of the park board, walking around amongst the cops. They didn't know who this guy was. He was lonely and wanted to start to chase up again. And by that time, they found out who it was and recognized from his computer.
Yeah.
But if he wouldn't have got arrogant, he'd have died. He'd been like that one guy. They never caught him. How smart the guy was.
Well, and that's the thing.
I mean, he put an ad in the paper, for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
The hell kind of weirdo.
Oh yeah, there was one that I was watching, and I want to say it was I think it was something on Charles Manson. I can't believe he didn't make the list.
Well, I was reading that because somebody asked that same question. He didn't really kill anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, true. He didn't actually kill anybody. He made his followers do it, but still,
he should have been on a pimp list. He had women working for him. But
Mickey says, I delivered a newspaper to Jeffrey Dahmer once. He was a lousy tipper, and now I know why he smelled so bad. And there's that story about the one guy that Jeffrey Dahmer was getting ready to kill, and he had drilled a hole in his head. The dude ran out of the house and ran up to a cop,
buck naked,
stark ass naked. I guess he was in his underwear or whatever. And Jeffrey was like, "Oh, it's my lover, whatever. We're just having a lover quarrel." The cop was like, "All right, whatever, have fun," and took him back in and killed him.
Yeah,
could have caught him right there.
Yep.
Had his ass dead to rights.
There was one of them that caught a guy. He was a homosexual. He caught a guy and he burned his eyeballs.
Yeah,
and he'd rape him. He said, "Only you need to worry about is me in this house." And the guy finally blinked his eyes enough where he got a little bit of vision, and he stumbled outside, stark naked, just everything just swinging. He'd run. I mean, he was running. He played Chariots of Fire. He was running hard to a cop. The cop said, hey, why are you naked? And his eyes are all burnt. The cop looked at him, and then he seen a guy look his head out the window. They went and busted him. That's how they caught this one serial killer like that.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, good thing they caught you because I was about to eat you.
Jeez.
Cop's like, if all these cops shooting people, why did they shoot that guy?
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Why did they not grab the wrong thing? And yeah.
I'm one of them guys. How come I never get no action like that? Nobody wants to try to rape me, man. That's just terrible. I guess I got that look like, not rape look, I guess. I don't know. But
if you guys like the creepy and like crime drama type podcasts and all that stuff, there's a channel on YouTube that I follow. He was actually a Navy SEAL that got out.
Mr. Ballin.
Yep. So,
I've watched every single one of his videos.
Yep. I'm working my way through his list right now.
Yeah, there's some. That's a good one too. If you, and I'm actually trying to get him to come on the show.
Oh yeah.
Or one of our shows so that we can talk to him and hopefully push his channel a little bit further. But yeah, it's Mr. Ballin, and it's just basically capital B Allen is what it is. And he's a former Navy SEAL. And he actually, there's a video where he tells his story. And then there's also a video where he talks about his one and only paranormal experience. And it's really, really cool. But it happened whenever he was like 16 years old. But yeah, he's got, and it's funny because I always read through some of the comments on the videos, and there's one that the guy says, dude, I wish I was one of your kids because story time would be freaking epic.
Yeah.
And I mean, he is really good at what he does. And you know, the editing's really good. And one of my favorite things is the very beginning of the videos where he talks shit about the like button. So
he puts that like button through so much torture.
Oh God, he hates that son of a bitch. But you know,
thank you everybody for tuning in. We're having a good show. We're here with the mayor and Athen. Both guys are Athen's got a lot of things popping up now on the network. One of our hosts, catch him on Fridays, the new Spreaker channel, 7 to 9 Central Time, and then catch him on 1700 somewhere on Facebook.
And that actually starts at 5 p.m. Central on.
Yeah, I was trying to run them together. And then he's got another show on Facebook. Go to Woe Entertainment, go down to the pin page. You'll see all our shows pinned on there, times and things. We got some great hosts on here. A lot of them are coming on here right now. If you need help, don't take a temporary solution to a permanent problem. We will cover that here in a little bit.
Why are you closing the show?
I'm not
at
closing.
6:30? Okay,
I'm not closing. Just filling air.
And that's my job.
So, breaking news. I don't know if a lot of you knew this or not, but and some of you care, some of you won't. But some of our fans probably know. The cop that was killed George Floyd was found guilty of 3 charges. So we'll see if Minneapolis burns up now. I mean, and whether you agree or disagree, I don't know, but that's what happened. They got him. He's found guilty of 3 charges. So, watched the trial a little bit, seen some of that dramatic video, and since that dramatic video on that, I'm still. Here's my thing. Don't really care. I'm sorry, not being rude. I know Typhoon and Roy and them guys are our good friends. Don't care.
Here's the thing, okay? If he's guilty,
he's guilty.
He's freaking guilty. Yeah. Why are you burning the damn town down again?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get it. It doesn't.
Mr. Mayor, good thing you ain't had to deal with anything like that, huh?
No, that's terrible. Yeah.
I mean, on both coins. I mean, you ain't had to deal with rioting, and you ain't had to deal with the.
Didn't that family get?
Oh, that's right. Blue Phoenix tomorrow is going to be on live for 12 hours.
Hang on just a second. Yeah. Say that again, Mayor.
Go ahead. Didn't the Floyd family get like $27 million in a settlement before this?
27, 28. Yeah, they're paid.
Yeah.
So I mean, okay, my bad. Go ahead.
Now time to talk about friendship. Blue Phoenix, aka Jennifer, is going to be doing a 12-hour charity broadcast for. Remind me the name of the hospital, because I completely.
It's one of the children. It's one of the children's hospitals.
Yeah,
it's like Children's Lost Hope, something like that. I'm not good.
I'll tell you what, Jennifer, send her a link real quick and bring her on.
She doesn't have to have a link. She can just go into StreamYard.
Go into StreamYard and pop in here, Jennifer. Let us know.
Goober.
Let us know. I wish she'd come on here and tell us for herself, but she's going to be doing a 12-hour.
Yeah, so don't screw
raise
it up.
money, and she's going to be and she don't touch her
life.
Yeah, she's not touching any of the money. She's going to it's going to go straight to the web.
Straight to the. Yep.
And there you go. And it's a good cause, and we're going to be behind her. She's going to stream 12 hours uninterrupted. If I want to.
Hey, Bigfoot just joined.
Hey,
finally.
About time. A little late, puddings. But if you guys want to join, go ahead. And appreciate it. Any help is needed. Extra Life is the name of the charity.
You're late, Dean.
Dean. That guy right there, Mayor. He's popped on your screen.
Extra life. That's Bigfoot.
That's Bigfoot.
Okay.
You know how we know?
Yeah. Tell him.
We've never had a photo of him or Bigfoot in the same place at the same time.
Yep.
Dean is Sasquatch.
Okay.
And he's about the right side.
Yeah. He's the winner.
Oh, Jennifer's at work, so.
Okay. He was the winner of last year's mystery box. And he was so tickled to get that mystery box sent to him. I'm glad it was because it cost me $40 freaking to send that damn thing. Okay. I mean, COVID hit the mail, for Christ's sake. What the hell?
Oh, Dean was doing train stuff, which I still need to get that train out of storage so I can send it to him.
Hey, you've been talking about this. I think his train don't exist.
You talk to Show Mom.
I don't believe you until I see it. You said it a million times.
Because I bitch at her at least once a month about it. I want my damn train. I want to get it back together and running.
Some of the kids' cartoons these days, I tell you what, they complain about coming to a comedy show. You ever watch some of these kids' cartoons and things they say?
Wrong.
We was watching one. My grandson was turning the channel, the one that's going to jail. He was turning the channel, and you got to watch what he watches because he watched some adult level stuff, right? And these two kids were arguing. This one kid said, "Look, I'm not calling you a brown noser." His brother said, "Yes, you are. You said I'm brown." He said, No, I'm not calling you brown noser. I just want to know why your breast was like shit. Okay. I laughed so hard. My grandson, he's over laughing. I said, whoa. Come here. What are you watching? He said, well, something on YouTube. I said, well, you're done with the YouTube business, buddy. You know, I don't know why I was surprised by this kid. This kid's the same one since Behold. So, but, you know, who monitors this stuff?
Yeah.
You know, your breasts look like shit. I mean, what the hell?
Well, and it's always kind of been like that. Like, if you listen to some old school like Beastie Boys songs, like on the License to Ill record, I want to say it was Paul Revere. The song, I can't remember exactly which song, but there's a line in one of their songs where they're talking about the girls he likes are the kind that are underage or something like that. Like stuff like that pops into pop culture a lot. And it's really crazy how it was accepted back then. Like nowadays, if you had that in the song.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we can sing about wet ass pussy and win a Grammy.
Right.
There you go. Yeah. Only the news. Only news like that. That's the only thing that makes the news anymore. Nobody cares.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. You know, they used to throw it back in my day. They got mad at 2 Live Crew, which is some entertaining music. But I had every one of their albums, by the way.
Wasn't that when Walmart stopped selling all explicit lyrics?
It wasn't Walmart first, but yeah, Walmart did it, but it was some other out in Dade County, Florida.
Yeah.
The county put a ban on them.
Yeah.
And so them guys went to right over and made that, man, and just rocked the house like that. And so, and everybody was buying these, and they were taking them over to Dade County, and they blare them back in that day.
Yeah.
It was hilarious, man. Yeah. But yeah, Walmart got involved in that deal. I mean, you got to expect Walmart, you know. Now they
no, you don't have to expect Walmart because Sam Walton would be rolling over in his grave.
Yeah, because you met Sam Walton. He wasn't exactly a nice guy, you know. He lived a life. Yeah. But it's just a corporate. That's what corporations go now. Yeah. You know, I was gonna work with a corporation to help raise money for them. I won't honor them by saying their name on here, but they said nope, we can't work with you. I said why not? Well, we don't like your name. I said my mom gave me a name. What's wrong with my name? They know your stage name. I said what's wrong? They said well we're offended by pimp because it's exploitation of women. I said have you ever been to one of my shows? He's like no. I said my shows has nothing to do with exploitation of women. He said, that's what pimp means. I said, no, it don't. Pimp's got lots of meanings. Like redneck's got a lot of meanings. He said, what's it mean? I said, it means person in management position. He's like, and you can hear him in his brain trying to count. He's like, well, that means sexual.
Whose phone is about to explode?
It's this deal here. Yeah, it's my tablet. But anyways, he's going. I said, sir, it's not about women. I said, I love women. If God made anything better than women, he kept it for himself. Okay. He goes, no, that's sexual. I said, you know, I got a lot of women to come to my shows. Probably half my crowd is women. He goes, oh well, we got a corporation and we don't want to. What kind of message that send? I said it's comedy. For Christ's sake, it's a play on words. I said redneck don't offend you. He goes, no, I'm okay with redneck.
This is the same organization that whenever I approached them about possibly sponsoring us or helping us out in our early days, as well as helping Warrior Outdoors out in our early days, they basically laughed in our face because we weren't big enough. and they want all of the money.
Yeah, well,
So, and I've blasted them plenty of times on the show.
I was going to help.
So
him.
I'll go ahead and say it. Fuck Wounded Warrior Project,
Wounded
because they're a
Warrior
bunch of cocksucking greedy bastards.
Wounded Warrior Project. It was one of their singers has a song about a badonkadonk. Video women shaking their asses.
Katy Perry walks around with her tits out half the time.
I mean, and what about the name Pimp? Whatever, man. You know,
I mean, they may as well just have Jane Fonda as a spokesperson.
Yeah.
Damn it. She's part of one of my jokes. something you don't do. Have Jane Fonda host a veterans convention. No.
Right?
They would. They would.
Yeah, they would. And then sponsor her. Yeah. But yeah, so anyway, I was going to help them. I wasn't needing the money. I was trying to help them. We don't
Apparently, Jamie Johnson wrote the Badonkadonk song.
Well, maybe he did.
That really? That seems.
It doesn't surprise me, but
it doesn't seem to fit though, because before Jamie Johnson got big, that song was out.
Yeah,
before
Trace
he got
Adkins.
Big.
Well, but that's the same thing with Brantley Gilbert and Jason Aldean taking tons of his songs and freaking ruining them.
True. That's true.
But you know, he did the same basic thing. He wrote a bunch of songs and he was trying to make it, but he sold his songs in order to fund him being able to make it. So, you know, it happens in the music business all the time.
It's like Kenny Rogers. A lot of people don't know this. He's the one that signed Don Henley and became the Eagles.
Yeah.
So because of Kenny Rogers, we got the Eagles. You know, of course, Kenny and Lionel Richie did a lot of stuff behind the scenes for a lot of people anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but rest in peace there, Kenny Rogers.
Yeah.
That's my Mount Rushmore of country singers. He's on that. Who's yours?
Johnny Cash.
Who's your top? Who's your top four? If you made a Mount Rushmore country singers day, who would it be?
Let's see. I'd say Johnny Cash would be number one. I like Kenny Chesney. Kenny Chesney is a pretty good one.
You know they got to be dead, right?
What's that?
Mount Rushmore means they're dead.
Yeah, true. Well, Willie Nelson's almost dead.
Really? Is he? Because that man's like a Timex. He just keep going.
Waylon's a good one.
Oh, Waylon's velvet. He's velvet.
Yeah. I mean,
he can sing a phone book.
Yeah.
So could Conway.
Conway's
a good one.
Conway, yeah. Athen, who's your number four? Who's your four?
I'd have to go with Senior, Cash, Jennings, and then just because I can't not throw him in there, even though he's not dead, Alan Jackson.
Oh wow! Yeah. Okay.
Alan Jackson's good.
I gotta put Old Possum in there.
I was gonna say Jim Jones. I forgot him.
If you're gonna have Jennings and you're gonna have Merle, hey, you gotta have Jones.
Man, Merle didn't make mine. He's number 6 on mine.
Yeah, Merle.
That's all. I mean, I love him that much. Mine's Johnny Cash, Waylon Jennings, Conway Twitty, Kenny Rogers.
Yeah.
The number 5 was on there for a long time until Kenny died. Number 5 was the Velvet Man himself, Keith Whitley. He didn't have big body work, but man, that guy could sing back in the country days, you know, and real country songs. I mean, the guy could bell them out. So I had him on there. And Merle Haggard, number 6 for me, because I love Merle. My dad met Merle Haggard. Had up at the Truman up in Kansas City. He was talking to him. Independence, and they had dinner together with Merle Haggard. And my dad didn't know who the hell Merle Haggard even was. Well, he got up and started singing. He's like, dude, he sung there at this coffee shop. Merle was singing for the people. Yeah, it was cool. Merle Haggard was a good dude. A lot of people don't know about it.
Merle Haggard was actually from and lived in the town that I'm from and actually moving back to. He had a houseboat on Lake Shasta that my dad actually had a houseboat slip down a few moors from.
I see. What are you from, Bakersfield?
Reading.
Reading. That's right. Reading. Yeah, Bakersfield Sound.
Right in the heart of weed country. Humboldt County, California.
Well, at least you're moving to northern part of California, because that's some real people live there.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of that state, they can't figure out if they want to be one state or 3.
Yep. Yeah.
I'm just waiting for the fault line to pop, so they are 3.
Man.
Well, there's a lot of other bad things that might happen if that happens. Like, Yellowstone, that's not very far from that fault, could be affected by that.
If Yellowstone goes, what I was reading about, it could be 5 foot of ash as far as Texas. As far away as Texas, 5 feet of ash. And so that's Texas. Imagine what it is until you get there. Crazy. Hey, if it goes, I guess
it's our time.
Everybody did.
Yep.
Well, that's like the New
Madrid.
Madrid fault.
Yeah.
They're talking about if it ever would be to pop, it it'd flatten most of Missouri.
Yeah.
Missouri.
It was that fault line that cracked Liberty Bell, wasn't it?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Somebody said that. I never could really find anything on that.
That's what I was always told, is that it was
There's a lot of legend about the New Madrid fault too, though.
I know one down in the Missouri. If it ever goes, we're in trouble.
That's the New Madrid fault.
Someone said it changed the direction of the river. The Missouri
Mhm.
River was flowing, the wrong direction, and that's how they knew that something wasn't right. Yeah,
It made mountains in Missouri. A lot of people, Missouri don't have mountains. Actually, Missouri does have mountains. Now, South Missouri, we share them with Arkansas, a couple of them.
The Ozark Hill Range.
Yep, it isn't. It ain't very high mountains, but it's because of that fault.
They're just really big hills.
Yeah. So Missouri is a mountain state. Guys, having a good time here with the mayor of Hamilton, re-elected Mayor Hamilton.
Yeah.
He's going to open the pool. He promises the pool is going to be open this year.
Be open.
Okay, so leave him alone. The
Pool will be open.
And matter of fact, you guys in Cameron, if you can't swim, come on over to Hamilton.
Come over.
Come on over.
We need help.
Yeah, they do. You're going to need help. And the money's good. Okay, they'll pay you. You'll get paid. So come on over there and check it out. We got Athen on today with us. Thank you, Athen, being on. Guys, he's one of the hosts on our network. He's kind of a show whore. He's got 3 shows now. So he's going to be, get used to his mug. You're going to see him quite a bit. Actually, you won't see him. You'll hear him. You hear him on 3, see him on 2. He's going to start the Spreaker channel. Looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to tuning in and listen to what he's got, what he's got going on there. Justin's back. He took a hiatus. He's back with us for a while. He's probably going to take another hiatus of this show, but he's back. And we missed our friend Tater. He was supposed to be here today, but he had a runny nose or something. I don't know, but he ain't here. Appreciate y'all coming out and hang out with us. Blobfish. What do you think of the blobfish?
The blobfish. Blobfish is a very interesting animal. So it's like I'd heard you don't see them very often, first of all, because they're such a deep water fish.
Mhm.
And just the stuff that would be down in the depths of the ocean probably shock you. Because we know more about the space around us than we do the bottom of our ocean.
Yeah, we do. Yeah. Well,
Isn't it like some high percentage of the bottom of our oceans have not even been explored?
Right.
Because we can't reach it.
Well, they say we got 2 very precious things out there, oil and gold, and we can't get to them because we literally don't have a vessel that can handle the pressure to get down that low to get them.
Yep. Well, and it's like, here's a good example of how little we know about the bottom of the ocean. When I was in the Navy, stationed in Guam on the submarine tender, we had a submarine actually run into an underground mountain. They were going at flank speed, and it was uncharted and ran right into it. We almost had to get underway to get it, but our senior medical officer was a SEAL and the senior medical officer, so they just tossed him on a helo and took it out there to pick up the wounded and dead. But yeah,
Damn.
and then the sub back in.
How many of them died?
Only one died. So
wow,
it was a machinist mate down in the pit when they hit. He flew into some equipment and had head injuries.
Oh, okay. Man, can you imagine being on a toilet when you hit that mountain? That's a shit to die for. What the hell?
Funnily enough, one of the guys who he actually got his dolphins taken away for the incident because he was the off-going navigator. And when they ran aground, he was actually sitting on the toilet when they ran aground, and they took away his dolphins and sent them to our ship as an EM.
Oh wow! Well,
so,
that's interesting. That's interesting. Well, we're getting down to the final parts of our show here. Well, we got about 10 minutes left, or somewhere around there. I have Justin close out here in just a second, but Mayor, thank you very much for coming on.
Thanks, guys, again for having me.
Yeah, and, again, anytime you want to come on here, you're more than welcome.
Okay,
you're more than welcome. Comedy show coming up this weekend, guys. We're going to be in Hamilton, Missouri. He's not hosting it, so disregard him on the flyer. But James Riley's going to be there. Our great friend David Scott, who, by the way, won the very first annual Woe Entertainment Last Comic Standing Trophy. Okay, the very first one, he won it. There he is with his trophy. That's him and his dad in the Revolutionary War taking photos together. Okay.
We forgot to mention our new network sponsor.
Oh, we did. We'll get to that in a second. And then James Riley, David Scott, Richard Montano, the Godfather. And we call him Godfather because he's Italian, but he's actually got a Mexican name. So figure that out. That's comedy.
No, he's Mexican, but he's got an Italian name.
Yeah, he's Mexican Italian name. The Godfather, and then I'll be there as well performing. And it's gonna be down there at the American Legion in Hamilton, Missouri. Right, go to the pool and just keep coming up from the pool. It's right across, right next to the ball field, high school area right there. It's a good little place.
Memorial Drive, I believe is what it's called.
Memorial Drive, that's correct. Outstanding. And our new sponsor, we're very proud of it. Justin and I worked hard at getting him. And it's kind of a mutual thing. He kind of looked us up and everything fell in place. Used to be Charlie's Pride Barbecue, but now it's OVB. And if you want to know what that means, that is Justin.
Operation Veteran Barbecue.
Operation Veteran Barbecue.
It's also the name for, or the initials for the Old Veteran Bastards.
Old Veteran Bastards.
Which is a barbecue team.
Yep. Yep. But he is now a network sponsor, so the fact that we're able to bring this to you, all the shows to do to you,
it's his fault.
Every day of the week, all month, all long. It's his fault, and he sponsored it. And so thank you, Matt Brooks, and you guys over there at OVB. I keep wanting to say ODD, Old Dirty Bastard. I keep wanting to,
ODD is you can't see.
Yeah, I keep wanting to. It rolls off your tongue just like that. So anyway, he's a network
Anthony,
sponsor.
you're white. Don't rap.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Yeah, yeah. I heard your choice of song. Yeah, don't rap. You probably pull out some weird shit from Tone Loc and Run DMC and mix them together or something.
I could.
Challenge accepted.
Challenge accepted. That's kind of like a joke that David Scott used to do. His wife died of Alzheimer's, so he does a lot to raise money for it, right? But he had a joke about that by his friend having Alzheimer's, and he walked in to visit him, and he went from Waylon Jennings to Tone Loc. The guy was singing, and he forgot what it was. The way he said it was just hilarious. It's awesome.
Oh, man.
But when you're in your 70s, you lived a full life. You know a lot of things. But guys, appreciate y'all being here with us. Mayor, thank you. Athen, thank you. Mayor's better half. She was quiet, but thank you too. They were coming in there. Jessica, that's her name. Got a lot of things coming into Hamilton. I see there's some businesses coming in. I wish they'd bring some restaurants back. You got some vacant restaurant buildings that need to be filled. I see Tub Creek filled a position over there, so they're going to open back up now. Yeah. So congratulations, Mayor. Yeah. Used to be, when I was growing up, you guys were biting for Gallatin. Gallatin and Hamilton were kind of like in a war. Who's going to get better? Yeah. You guys have way past Hamilton, or way past Gallatin now. So congratulations on that, sir. Cool. Thank you about that. And we're going to be doing some more things in your town coming up. After this show, we'll try to secure another venue there, do something else. They love us in Hamilton. They show out. They do well there. We had a couple times down the bowling alley, and people actually came. Yeah. So it was pretty cool.
Good deal.
Again, I don't want to say that bad about the town we're in, but we go to Hamilton, Gallatin, all towns around, put people in the seats. We come to Cameron.
Yeah, that's cool.
It makes no sense to us. Cool. But we were deep in the country out to Good Time Charlie's.
Yeah.
The comedians, the comedians got lost going out there. Yeah. Typhoon, you remember Typhoon, our black comedian? He called me on the phone. He goes, dude, where the hell am I at? I said, I don't know. I got a tracking system. He goes, I'm in a town called Lock Springs, Missouri. Yeah. I said, well, you're not far. Keep coming. He said, man, if I have a flat tire, I'm driving on the rim. I'm not stopping in this town. But you don't know the people in Lock Springs are good people. Right?
Oh, yeah.
But they had to help them change it.
All two of them.
But he's like, I ain't stopping with a flat. I'm driving on the rim. Okay. So, but the GPS brought him through Hamilton, to the Lock Springs bottoms.
Yep.
After the Good Time Charlie said, take them through Chillicothe around. They were all freaking panicking. They're like, well, because they're all from the city. And they don't drive nowhere at dark. They got to have lights to see, street lights. Yeah. So they were freaking out.
I got a funny story about Lock Springs there.
They don't understand backcountry road.
We was building a house up there, and a guy came, Duke Ariel. He came through there to the bottoms there to come work on a SkyTrack there. Well, he got all the way to Lock Springs and seen a Confederate flag flying out there in that town, and thought he was in a ghost town, and turned around and drove all the way back through Hamilton and went down to Chillicothe just to come on the other side of almost where Good Time Charlie's is. Made a big loop because of that. It was kind of funny.
Well, Good Time Charlie's got American flag and the rebel flag, Confederate flag, whatever you call it, flying, right? Mm-hmm. And our comedians, they didn't care. Yeah. They didn't care at all because he's a good dude. But when you pull up there, he's got this big chair. The chair looks like an 8-foot man could sit in it. Okay. It's huge, wide. 4 or 5 of us could sit in this thing, right? And it got out, and the guy said, is he that big? I said, oh, he's a monstrous guy. We were full of shit. We were teasing him. Oh man, I go to meet him. They walk in to meet him, and Charlie's a little bitty dude, a little bitty old guy. They're like, man, but it was a good time. But well, I think we're going to call it, brother. If you want to close us out,
All right. Can I do my job now?
do your job.
I can do my job now. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in this week. As always, guys, thank you. We don't have a show without you guys, without the fans, or followers, friends, whatever we want to call you guys. So yeah, keep sharing, keep commenting. We love you guys. If you are dealing with any type of, whether it's anxiety, depression, post-traumatic stress, suicidal thoughts, please reach out to somebody. Reach out to this goofy bastard here or the goofy bastard next to him. That way, the one with the beard over there. Everybody in the comments, they almost always will reach out and say, hey, listen, I'll talk to you. And we've had, I don't know how many times we've had people put their numbers in the comments and whatnot. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much for letting us do this. That's all I really have for tonight. Thank you guys so much again. For Athen, for Richie, for Mr. Chris Bruce, the Honorable
Thank you,
Mr.
guys.
Chris Bruce.
Appreciate it.
Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you guys next week right here on the Will Radio Show.
Donor Dog Ahoy.
Much love.